It has begun!
Hello, and welcome to the CTB show. Today is mid-November-ish. The weather, who gives a shit? If Republicans want the black vote, they should focus on black wealth. Welcome to the show. My name is Evan the Mayor. That is Brian the Levy.
I got yelled at in a group text I was in for saying that fiscal conservatism is racist.
Okay. And that is Casey the Kasem.
I'll take potent potables for $300.
Oh, all right.
Too soon. Too soon.
Speaking of Alex Trebek, we continuously watch these episodes of posthumous Alex Trebek Jeopardy, and every single episode is dedicated to the memory of Alex Trebek. But you keep watching the show, and today's in particular, he made a reference to like Thanksgiving, coming up soon, and I'm just like, he's dead. Like,
It's like this is all just a sadder version of Herman McCain's COVID Can't Hurt Me.
Herman McCain.
Herman McCain. That wonderful black senator from Arizona who spent so many years as a POW.
Yeah, is he like the only quotable, notable politics person that has actually died of COVID?
Maybe. Like a couple Broadway actors who I didn't know died.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about COVID. I don't want to talk about COVID, and I don't want to talk about the election on this episode. This episode is going to be hyper-local, very navel-gazy, colloquial, and Casey is drinking bourbon on the camera. That is great.
I'm going to do a podcast. I'm going to do a power hour.
Brian is going to do a power hour during the show.
For some reason.
Which means his attention level will be even lower than normal.
I'm always paying attention.
He looks off camera.
Let's discuss, since these things are now going up on YouTube, the outfit that Brian is wearing this episode. I do appreciate that it does give the illusion that he's sitting in the captain's seat of the USS Enterprise, but he's wearing basically sweatpants and a shirt that looks like it's made of papyrus.
It's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
Okay. Here, let me get. Didn't open that yet. It's a sweater. See.
Yeah, I'm just wearing a very standard gray Under Armour tee.
Hey, I think it's important to mention that this sweater is a medium. Okay.
It's a medium.
It's a medium.
Okay. I thought we could make it another 10 minutes without mentioning your weight loss, but we made it to 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Congrats.
You brought up the shirt I was wearing, friend. I really had no choice.
Yes, but no reference to weight loss.
None.
No.
Let's just talk about this shirt that I'm wearing now.
Top of the show plugs, ladies and gentlemen. It is back for a new, let's just call it a season. Ziggy Gets It Wrong, our podcast about the show Quantum Leap. We got 7 new episodes that are literally uploaded and in the can. They are ready to publish. One of them is already published this past Friday. If you are not subscribed to our CTB Presents feed, if you are following us on Spotify, you are already subscribed. But otherwise, look it up on your favorite platform of choice. CTB Presents, the home for all of our alternative content. Thank you.
Now, I am a fan of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm very entertaining.
Sure.
I don't hate listening to my own voice.
Uh-huh.
But I must say, with all that being said, I thought these were excellent. I thought this was an excellent episode. Ziggy Gets It Wrong.
The one that we just posted?
It sounds like any number of famous person's bullshit jerk off recap podcasts. I think it's. I think everyone should listen to it, and honestly, tell your grandparents because I think they'll love it.
Yeah, we know that old people and boomers and all of the people that are less than 10 years older than us love Quantum Leap, or as we call it on the show, Quanty Leaps.
Quanty Leaps. Quanty Leaps.
I have to say though that the episode that I just posted this past Friday, like it's very funny. The episode, in particular, the Portrait for Troyan episode is just laugh out loud funny if you watch it on NBC.com and then listen to us talk about it.
It's a as a kid, I know I say this, as a kid is one of my least favorite episodes. As an adult, it's you can't not watch it.
Yeah, it's something.
Is
it also on Peacock now?
It is not on Peacock.
Yeah, it's still on NBC.com for free for now. So and what pisses me off is if I have to go back because we've been recording this show on and off for 2 years, and I'm like, am I going to have to go back to the original posts and change all of the things? Because I know that originally the show was watchable on imdb.tv or whatever the hell they were calling it, which is no longer the case. So now it's only on NBC.com. Maybe I'll just post the Amazon link and be like, buy the goddamn show. It's like $22.
I mean, it's something that you want. I wish I had Rhea Fiken standing next to me talking about this beautiful DVD set that can be yours with one low donation of $22.99 to Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, without subtitles and no commentary. It's great.
It's the worst DVD sets ever.
It's really
and the
bad.
Music's all bad.
It's so bad.
But you can at least see the episodes.
But yeah, those next 7 episodes are coming up week after week. So get ready and enjoy, please. Thank you. Today's show a little light on topics because I don't know, man. I've just been kind of like doing house chores. I did, however, buy a gigantic knife and got back into the meat craftery, as I've been talking about and posting on social media. Did some Mobtown meat snacks action.
People are very excited to put your meat in their mouth.
Yeah, they seem to be, which is interesting because I wish they were more excited about it when I was actually doing it for a living.
Yeah, the
McRib. You have to come back every couple
just
years.
let it go away for 9 months and then bring it back.
And just like McDonald's, Evan served just billions of people.
Right.
Like he can afford to go away for a couple months.
Yeah. When you've got an actual full-time job, like it's nice to have a side hustle, which I think I've recognized is what gives me mental stability in this day and age.
This was the week for This was the week for household projects. I put together 3 shelves. I got all my books off the floor. I'm just gonna do this because I want to. I mean, everyone can we see these beautiful shelves?
No, we can't because the virtual background is still the USS Enterprise.
Good. That was the visual component besides me drinking on camera that I was going to bring to the show this week.
Could you, well, if you would want to deactivate the background, but also tell us the significance of your beer koozie.
Oh, my beer koozie is, that is Marilyn Mudflap, the guy I went to high school with. His name is Scotty Landis. He is he was an executive producer on Workaholics. He's a comedy writer. His Bananas podcast with Kurt Braunholer, another comedy guy, is very funny. They do wacky news stories.
Oh, wacky news stories.
But real quick, if we want to see, first off, there's all the Star Trek books. Those are other books. And then just massive shelves of comic books.
That's very well organized.
Thanks. Alphabetized by hero and publisher.
Wow.
You glossed over the Ninja Turtles Star Trek characters.
I did complete my Ninja Turtles Star Trek collection. I now have all 4. I was very excited. I thought I got all of them from like the same box or something. No, those are just the serial numbers that they all have. Yeah, real nerd shit. It feels really good. It feels really good to be in this room, like now. Like I feel really comfortable. Like this is my home. It'd be. I can't move this shit again. I have to.
I am not going to help you. That I can tell you.
I'll hire a mover. I can't do it. I can't do it twice in a year.
You're going to have to sell some Apple stock.
Lottery. I'd have to win the lottery to move at this point. That's how I feel about it.
I think you have more bookshelves than I do in my house, and they're all in your little bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I have many shelves of books right now, many feet of books. I'm really proud. I'm really happy. It looks nice. I feel like I could have people in this room if it wasn't the middle of a global pandemic.
Two things, Brian. One, reactivate your virtual background, and two,
I will.
How's school going?
Gosh, thanks for asking. School's going really well. So far, all A's. I'm really enjoying myself. Last night, I took a geography quiz. I did not watch any of the week's lectures, but I did get a 24 out of 25 on it.
So you do really well on Are You Smarter Than a Fourth Grader?
Yeah, you know what? I might be. This morning, this afternoon, I enrolled in my classes for next semester, and I'm like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 to noon. You know, I really packed them all in there. I'm just really enjoying it. I'm pretty excited about the things that I'm doing, and I'm having fun. I'm having a good time. Here's the problem though. I'll be taking History 103, and I'm taking a bunch of intro classes. So that does mean that I will hopefully get to go to campus. Will the 18-year-olds in these classes speak to me?
No. Not if you don't speak to them first.
I'm talking about could I?
They'll ask you to buy beer.
I'll buy beer.
Here's the game we can play. It's how is Brian going to talk to these 18-year-olds? So I think your opening is either you're going to be smoking a cigarette, and the off chance that one of the other students also smokes cigarettes, then you'll be able to. That's your opening.
Friend, it's 2020, and I'll tell you, Towson is a non-smoking campus.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
There are certain spots on the perimeter of campus that you're allowed to smoke on.
But that's going to be your Badlands. That's going to be where you're going to be able to meet up with these people.
Should I wear a shirt with a pot leaf on it or something? Would that
yeah?
Or ask me about smoking your weed?
Right. Yeah. You just have a shirt that just says weed on it.
Yes. I smoke. 420 friendly.
Right.
Hello, fellow youths.
Do you guys like the weeds?
Hi. Have you heard the new Ariana Grande song? You guys want to make a Talk video?
Talk.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in the next few months, that will be the game on this podcast, is to entertain how it is you're going to talk to these youths.
Here's a story from Friday. All right, I had a American government test, and I couldn't access it. I couldn't figure out how to access it on the internet because when I went to school, 9/11 hadn't happened yet, and we barely emailed people. So I could only remember one kid's name, and obviously it was a girl, but her name was something English, an English lady.
Tabitha?
Yeah, but let's say Agatha Matterhorn, you know? It's just real easy to remember, right? So I found her on Instagram. I followed her, and I sent her a DM. And I was like, hey, look, I'm in your poli-sci class. I'm not getting this. And she's like, oh, no, I got it. You want me to send it to you? And, in the meantime, I had figured out how to download it and shit. And I was like, no, I got it. Thanks, though. And then, 24 hours later, I'm thinking, boy, I hope she didn't think that's,
some kind of way to hit on her.
Yeah. So I think it's important. I still followed her, still want to see what those pictures are. But I just plan on never talking to her again. I think that's the right move to make.
It is odd, very odd, in these days and times that you are literally a college student, but you haven't met any of these people physically.
It's nutty. I thought this was going to be all over by now, and I thought that was going to be the fun stuff. Is that I was going to be able to make new friends.
Well, look, as we discussed previously, the vaccine's already there. It's just being hoarded by the libs to make Donald Trump look bad.
Listen, look, I'll suck George Clooney's dick or whatever in the basement of a pizza place if I gotta to get this vaccine. I'm
George Clooney.
Ready. Well, I don't know who's involved in the QAnon conspiracies.
Look, Q did not say. Q said nothing about Clooney. All right. We
know who is it?
Cloondawg is not involved.
He's busy making that Nespresso money.
Yeah, he's got too much of that Nespresso money, that tequila money, or whatever the fuck all these rich people do is just buy stake in a liquor company and then cash out for $2 billion. Ugh.
Yeah, it's because it's not like the liquor's any good. It's just that it's Ryan Reynolds Gin or whatever. Of course he's gonna make $1 billion.
What's his gin company called? Air and Space or something like.
It's called Air America.
Air America.
Robert Downey and Mel Gibson are also involved.
Woof. What were we talking about? School?
Me in college. I get the feeling that these young kids don't mind. That they don't give a shit.
That they're not meeting.
What is that, fortune cookie?
No, it's a receipt. But I've seen all the photos and the articles of these college kids are having a hard time socializing, and it's no fucking shit. It's a weird time.
Well, I remember my first night at Towson, and we went to this big fucking party with hundreds of people. Some guy fell off a retaining wall and broke his arm. It was great, but could you imagine going to college and not doing that?
No, I can't. But I honestly I think the people that are wringing their hands about how it's going to affect these people long term, there have been generations of people that have experienced far worse trauma than not being able to go to a keg party.
I couldn't name any of them. Not the Jews or anything.
Right, no. There's never been a worse period of time for these kids.
This is terrible.
Brian, are you filming the reboot of Back to School? Is that what's going on?
Casey, they've asked me to keep all forms of video recording equipment off campus. No, just kidding. I would love, there's a 2-week study abroad thing in Amsterdam. It's open to Towson students. I'm a Towson student.
Go for it.
Should I just do college?
Yes. Look, I don't care what happens with in terms of your college adventure, but no matter what, it needs to end with a triple Lindy.
Yes, yep. And I need to adopt a son, and I need him to make out with Terry Farrell, aka Jedzia Dex.
My favorite part of that movie is where he basically accidentally sees the girl showering, and then he calls her a pervert.
My favorite scene, and this is good. This should be our new favorite. It's our new podcast. It's called My Favorite Scene.
My favorite scene.
My favorite scene of Back to School is when Who's Her Face is this report sucks. This person has never read Kurt Vonnegut, and this person has no idea what Kurt Vonnegut is thinking. And then Kurt Vonnegut's oh, fuck. That's a scene made for me. Drink.
Because he got Kurt Vonnegut to write the book report. Yes, classic scene. R.I.P. Rodney. So hey, I wanted to touch.
If you're going to commit to it, you should just go all in and move into the dorm.
Casey, I thought about it, but
that's a lot more debt.
And it's a lot more debt. And here's the real answer: those 18-year-olds aren't gonna fuck me. There's no reason to live on campus.
That's true.
Might as well.
Also, dorm living fucking sucks. I mean, we didn't have any problem with it when we were children because we didn't know any better. But
well, as a 37-year-old, I bet you I could request a single room.
you probably could, but honestly, like you don't want to live in a very tiny room with a single bed with cinder block walls. Trust me, and drop ceiling.
I mean, I don't have cinder block walls, but this is a pretty. Could you imagine the kid who shows up to the dorms, the RA who tricks out his dorm room to look like my room now? That dude's getting poon.
You're not getting poon for having lots of comic books. Also, that's just a huge pain in the fucking ass to like move all that stuff into a closet of a room.
Yearly.
Yes, sometimes semesterly, but when St. Mary's was still doing alumni weekends, hopefully we'll be able to do it next June. But we went into the townhomes that we lived in as juniors and seniors, and I was like, holy shit, how did 4 people live in this house? It is tiny.
Well, so what if that's the reason that I'm doing well in college this time, is that I'm not living like an animal?
Aren't you?
What? No. Have you seen this clean-ass fucking room?
I mean, that's not really what I'm talking about. It's not as if you aren't living like an animal. It's just the living conditions are marginally better. Yes,
that's all it takes.
Maybe it's because you're 37.
Oh, like my frontal cortex is fully formed. I think that's probably the right bet. I think this is a good visual episode for people to watch on YouTube, by the way.
Oh yeah, you drinking every 1 minute, crushing cans of Bud Heavy into the camera.
Yeah, no, it's a good one.
Yeah, great.
It's a good one. I feel very active.
All right, let's get on to some topics here. Guys, this is very exciting. I saw on the Facce book, the Senator Theater is providing the opportunity to the American public to rent out the Senator Theater for up to 20 of your friends for a nominal fee between like $99 to $150. I don't know what it is, but like, okay, first of all, we got to do this. Second, what movie are we going to watch?
So I've actually seen this list, or at least the list that AMC movie theaters posted. They're like, because they're doing it too. Like, lots of movies are trying to figure out how to fucking live their lives right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I have two. On the list is Ghostbusters, and Ghostbusters is the answer, right?
It's an answer. It's just that I've seen Ghostbusters 10 bajillion times, and like, oh, but to be fair, I never did see it in the theater.
I've seen it I saw it at the Senator. I think the might have been 2010. It's either the 25th or the 30th anniversary.
Right.
I
out
saw
in 84, so.
But then there's Back to the Future. I'd love to see on the big screen.
I did see that on the big screen.
Well, I saw 3 on the big screen.
I saw all 3 of them.
A couple years ago was or last year was like the 40th anniversary of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, and I did not see that on the big screen.
It's boring.
Like it got re-released, and I would like to see that.
It's so boring, though.
As an adult, who's somebody who I would like to see it with a group of my friends who are into Star Trek, so I could just yell out like the anecdotes that I now know about the movie. Put the thing into fucking context, But I think maybe The Godfather. I think The Godfather is my sleeper pick.
I'm kind of going in the opposite direction. I want to see something like Con Air, which I also saw at the Senator Theater. But
I saw the first Mission Impossible movie at the Senator.
I think I would go with it's kind of cheating. It was a trilogy, but the Lord of the Rings trilogy, because I never saw I don't think I saw all of them in the theater.
I
saw the second 2 at the Senator.
I think I saw all 3 at the Senator, and like for anyone who's listening to this show or watching it on YouTube, like the Senator Theater is an historic theater in Towson, Maryland that I think has been around since I don't know the 30s or something like that. But it's
because of that fact, My other answer is The Rocketeer. I think The Rocketeer would be a lot of fun. You know, the 1940s retro shit to see at fucking the Center.
Yeah, since Tom What's-His-Nuts lost the theater, it was in their family for a very long time, and that guy's
DeLonge?
Huh?
Tom DeLonge?
I don't remember the guy's name, but he would always get
Tom
up.
DeLonge is from Blink-182.
Oh, okay, sorry. But the previous owner of the Senator Theater, until it was like put into receivership because it was designated as an historic site, he would always get up on the stage before the movie and cry about how like they don't have enough money. And he's still on Twitter being kind of crazy, but once the new people who whatever took it over added 2 screens, so there's now two more smaller venues inside the building, but the lobby remains as just as awesome and historic as it ever was. But yeah, no, if we're doing this, I want to get that main theater, which I mean that's a 300-seater plus, and if they're only allowing 20 people at max to do this, like, I'm going to get shit-faced, and I'm going to be loud as hell, and we're going to watch, I don't know, Jaws 3D, Jaws 3D.
Or Animal House.
Sure, whatever, man.
I would love to watch Animal House.
I'll be totally honest, like, there is no price point that is going to deter me from wanting to do this. Like, they could charge me $500, and I'd still be like, fuck yeah, Senator Theater all to myself? Yes, ma'am, or sir. Let's do that and give me a 2-pound bucket of popcorn, baby, because I just paid you a lot of money.
Yeah, I would want to pick the move. Like, what about like a really shitty? I would love to see The Children.
The Room. Oh yeah, The Children.
No. That movie, I feel like only I know about.
No, we watched it together, and then we did a TBD episode about it.
Oh, I love it. It might be time. I actually haven't seen it in a couple of years. It might be time to revisit it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
The Children?
Yeah, The Children. So, Casey, The Children is like this group of friends in New Hampshire or some shit decided to say, "Hey, we have a camcorder. Let's make a movie." And it's by the time that dad is cutting off children's hands with katana swords, it's just the best movie you've ever seen in your life.
Did you just say katana?
Katana.
Katana?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Katana.
Just making sure that was your pronunciation of choice.
Katana. I like I said, I was trying to enroll in classes today. History of Japanese cinema was just a little outside of my timing, and I just could not figure out a way to make it work.
That sucks.
I know Hannah's in the background being like, "Oh, you can watch Kurosawa movies."
Yeah, well, she was a film major, so.
I know.
We were just comparing the sizes of our diplomas from Johns Hopkins earlier. Mine's bigger.
You know what? That's the exact kind of dick measuring competition that you would get into.
You're saying you wouldn't get into it?
The size of my diploma? No way, man.
Bullshit.
I don't got one anyway.
Your Towson diploma, you're going to get it in the biggest frame imaginable just so that it can be like a centimeter bigger than your sister's law degree or something.
Oh, shit. She's a nurse now.
I know.
My sister is a lawyer and a nurse. That overachieving bitch.
That's a lot of hats. Speaking of hats, it's now time to take a break.
Oh, good. Oh, shit. Hold on.
What? Oh, yeah. Brian's still in the middle of his...
How many are you on, Brian?
I'm going to finish this by the time we finish shout-outs, and I'll be... that will be beer 3. And then we're going to take an actual break so I can smoke a cig and go get 3 more.
Oh, I see how that works.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now it's time for Brian to take a break so he can smoke cigarettes, and the rest of us are just fucking stuck here. And...
Yeah, you guys like each other. You're friends. You can fucking chit-chat.
It's time for shout-outs.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Shout-outs. This is the time of the show in which Brian takes a break, and the rest of us give mad props, a.k.a. jollies, that are improving our quality of life and improving it. Casey, I know we've got at least one or two from the Fam Zone on Facebook.
Yeah, there was a lot of engagement, not a lot of actual shout-outs.
That's fine.
Tim Danger.
I'll take it, though. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Take what you
Tim
can
said, shout out to the Meow Talk app. Now I know my cat thinks he's hunting when he is approaching a full food bowl. I'm not familiar with this app.
Yeah, I did not investigate the app, but I do appreciate the fact that that member of the Fam Zone who now lives in Boston is still involved in the Fam Zone.
Bastin. And listener Liz says, shout out to Governor Hogan for having no chill on his official social media page. Apparently, somebody made a snarky comment on his page or told him to shut up, and then responded with instructions on how to unsubscribe to his page.
But I think we all agree generally, though, that guy sucks, right?
Which guy?
Governor Hogan? Larry Hogan?
Define suck.
He lost me when he voted for Ronald Reagan in 2020.
That's true.
That's when he lost you?
Well, I mean,
He's been in office for a while.
Never vote Republican, but like, I could understand why my friends were like, "Oh, I kind of like him." He's bullshit on Baltimore. Like, I mean, like, no, he lost me years ago. He like turned into a total fucking joke for me with this Reagan thing.
Yeah. Well, actually, when he lost me was when he brought out his purple surfboard. And if nobody remembers that reference, then I apologize.
I do.
But
is that like a red rocket?
Oh, maybe.
I've got a wheel wet wagon. Oh, you know what? I have a shout out. Here's my shout out. Shout out to Fred Willard. I miss you, man.
Oh,
like he's like Chris Harrison keeps fucking showing up on The Bachelor this year, like to like do play-by-play shit, and Fred Willard's never like next to him, and it makes me like really sad every fucking time. So like this is my actual shout out. Real fucking shout out to Fred Willard. I miss you.
okay. Yeah, I got to tell you, the most recent episode of The Bachelorette, I was not all that excited.
Oh, me neither. And I thought I'd be real more excited about Tayshia, and I was like in and out of my room the whole time. I put her back in bathing suits. Was really good.
Yeah,
and
her tits are fantastic, but you know the rest of it, I'm just kind of like, this is boring.
I really like the new guy Noah that showed up with the mustache.
Everyone hates him.
I'm getting real like early Dean vibes off that guy. That's Bachelor Men. That's been your Bachelor Corner.
Yeah, there we go. Casey, anything else from the Fam Zone?
Not for the Fam Zone. My shout out is it looks like I'm actually getting my vents replaced.
Yeah, what's
finally.
in those vents?
I'll let you know. We might have an update next week. Who knows?
Yeah,
please, for the love of God,
right?
No, we said it was Earl.
Earl. No. I didn't like Earl because it felt too. You know, my name is Earl, so I changed it to Clyde.
My name is Earl.
Very good.
Great show. Oh, is it time to revisit My Name is Earl?
No.
Yes.
Fuck Jason Lee.
No, I like that show.
I don't know. Of course, he's a Scientologist. So, I mean, generally, like, that does get the Evan Seipel seal of disapproval. But
Excuse me, it's Evan the Mayor.
Oh, sorry. It's... I won't. I was gonna go the full. I was gonna go the full enchilada, but I won't. But like, you know, Beck makes good music.
Well,
he
was
I
born
don't
into it.
but I
He
respect
didn't
that he's
convert.
making it. Yeah, Beck's not Scientologist anymore. He was just doing it so he could bang that big-titted redhead, Marissa Ribisi. Oh. Yeah, Giovanni Ribisi. Beck was married. Everyone should know this. Beck was married to Giovanni Ribisi's sister, Marissa, who is best known as the redhead from when Wooderson in Dazed and Confused, that's Matthew McConaughey, says, "I love those redheads." That's Giovanni Ribisi's sister, Marissa, who was Beck's wife. And they are now divorced, and Beck has denounced Scientology.
Oh, he has? Okay.
Yeah. Perfect timing for a more you know, but whatever. I don't have a soundboard.
Well, I mean, I do, but it's turned down, so, and you hit me with it so fast. The big one.
Where?
It's over there.
I love this domestic squabble that's happening.
It's not a squabble. It's a preamble to my shout out. Oh no.
Oh,
Never
did
mind.
something just break?
My shout out is to the gigantic knife that I bought, which has enabled me to cut beef yet again for the Mobtown Meat Snacks 3.0.
It's a giant knife. How did you lose a giant knife?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Don't worry about it.
Bury it deep in my back.
Anyway, for people of the fans of the show who are familiar with the Mobtown Meat Snacks 1 and 2.0 will be pleased to learn I will be selling gift boxes. Here's the knife. It's giant.
Oh, and it's got ridges. Is it a Ruffles? Is it Ruffles branded
Yeah, it's a
knife?
Ruffles knife. Anyway, this thing cuts through flesh like a lightsaber, and I'm very grateful for it. It was very inexpensive, and
does it slice? Does it dice? Does it cut French fries 3 different ways?
I haven't tried any of the other things, but I'm willing to. My point is that getting back to doing things with my hands has been very therapeutic. So shout out to that sort of thing.
I'm really looking forward to the end of the semester because I think I'm going to take Christmas break and stuff to build a model of the USS Enterprise.
Okay, yeah, wow, that would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it sitting in my room for a couple weeks. I'm like, I just don't have time. I'm like, it's
one of those old what's the brand name of the model company?
AMT. I'll pull it up for when we come back from break.
All right. And that has been shout-outs. The song has been long over, and we'll be right back after this bumper. I guess we haven't played this game in a long time, and it's going to be a real pain in the ass for me to do it video-wise. But what's the bumper?
It's that thing that goes in between parts of the show, but that's not what's important right now.
Yes, what's the bumper?
Let's go with the Thanksgiving song by Adam Sandler.
Okay. I just
Thanksgiving is a special time.
The Lunch Lady song was stuck in my head all today.
Oh, I woke up one morning and what did I see? All the pepperoni pizzas were looking at me.
Yeah.
They said, "Why do you burn me and serve me up cold?" I said, "I'm the one with the spatula. Just do what you're told." Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. Navy beans, navy beans.
Meatloaf
Huggies
sandwich.
and grinders, huggies and grinders.
All right, that's enough. All right, taking a break. We'll be right back. All right, we are back from the break. A very rare occasion in which we did take a break. Brian, you had a question.
What was Boogie Nights? What was Burt Reynolds' name in Boogie Nights?
What was Boogie Nights' name in Boogie Nights?
What was Burt Reynolds' name in Boogie Nights? I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do this.
No, that wasn't his line. That was fucking Marky Mark's line.
No, that's Marky Mark's line. But he says, is it Jack? It is Jack. Is it like, I'm ready. Let's do this.
It's my dick. I'm the one with the dick. I'm the one with the big dick. You know
Love
what? You know what? You've got the recording, but we've got the magic. We're the ones with the magic. Okay? You've got the recording there, but
you got the touch.
You've got the power.
Drink.
Yeah.
I love Boogie Nights. I can't tell if you're frozen or if I. No, you blinked.
He's not frozen.
You blinked. It's fun doing Zoom podcasts.
It's very fun, especially if you're one of the 2 to 3 people that are watching these on YouTube. I don't know why you would, because it's like you're just watching 3 white guys talk at each other.
I plan on posting this video to my Facebook. I already love this episode. It might be my favorite one we've ever done.
Why?
And I'm definitely going to tell everyone I know to at least, if you don't watch the whole thing, while you're at least watching the 5 minutes that you're going to watch, you can at least hit subscribe when you do it. That's what I'm looking for in my life.
Okay, yeah, that's the watchword is anytime you share these episodes, whether you're a host or not a host, please tell other people to subscribe to this YouTube page and or the podcast feed.
Honestly, we might take a few episodes for your friends to get used to, but they will get used to us and they will love us. We're just going to burrow into their fucking brains and hearts, and we're going to live there rent-free.
Yeah, it's a rare instance, Brian, in which I agree with you. I think the video content is going to eventually be the breadwinner in terms of, people wanting to see that shit.
Everyone wants to know, what do I look like in a shirt that may or may not be too small for me? And I think, it's going to be great.
Well, speaking as the handsomest host of the show,
Still.
Look, if I drop another 15 pounds, Brian, good luck. Good luck to you. Look at these baby blues.
Evan, there's nothing I think that drives either of us more in our lives than wanting to beat the other.
No, so that's entirely on you, Brian. You only want to beat me. I don't even pay attention to what you're doing.
Oh, that's not true.
It's absolutely true.
We both pay attention to what we're doing because we love each other.
Well, yes, of course we do, but I'm not like paying attention to your weight loss.
Too.
I am not paying attention to your weight loss in some sort of like, I can't believe this guy is losing more weight than I ever would, or something like that.
But wouldn't it be fun if we did? What if we both?
No, it would not be fun.
What if?
I'm completely jealous. I'll admit it.
I mean, what if by the end of 2021, we both looked like we spent the summer at beautiful, sunny Camp Auschwitz? That's just all I'm saying.
God. Yeah, so if we were both at 95 pounds and full of bruises.
How does the world feel about 40-year-old anorexic men? I think that's my question.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't want to know.
We're not going to find out because the McRib's coming back.
It is. December 2nd. Can't wait. I'm going to eat 5 of them on one day.
So 2 things I wanted to bring up, second half of the show topics, that relate to the CTB Fam Zone Extreme, a very underutilized Facebook group that everyone should be in because it's got great content.
It's not underutilized by the people who utilize it.
No, that's true, and everybody who's in it should utilize it more.
Yeah, it's the only Facebooking I do.
Okay.
Well, in certain Star Trek groups.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was going to say, there was a reference to Governor Larry Hogan's Facebook page in the CTB Fam Zone Extreme, and I asked Casey the Kasem to dig up some nutball shit that occurs on said Facebook page, and, as a result of clapbacks that are happening on behalf of the governor's Facebook account, there are people that are like, let's just call them pro-Trump. It's a catch-all. That are saying, like, I used to follow you and like you because you're a Republican, but now you're telling us to wear masks, and I hate your face, and I hate you. I think that's
It's definitely like half the crowd is saying that he's a fascist, and then the other. Yeah.
Question. Before we get to this, Facebook. Hold on.
Yeah. What number of beer was that, Brian?
Are we headed for another lockdown?
Kinda.
It's everything's reverse course. We're back to March. It's March 2020 again.
Yeah, I was going to say Baltimore City. I think I complained about this on the last podcast, but Baltimore City is very much retrograding a lot of things, and the future generations will look at what the human behavior patterns are, and I tend to sort of just tag it all to everyone's sick and tired of having to follow the rules or, be responsible. As Americans, we have been indoctrinated in a pure strain level of narcissism that has never seen anything like what we're seeing now. And it's like, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about my parents. I don't give a fuck about anything. I just want to go out there and do my thing, baby.
Here's a hot take.
Mm-hmm.
You know what would change all that? Prayer in schools.
Sure.
Except we're not in school.
Oh, true. Well, then prayer on this podcast. Casey, if you had to pick someone to pray to or something, who would you pray to?
Kratos.
It would be baby Jesus, just as Ricky Bobby did.
Baby Jesus. Listen, I can't tell you that he's not my favorite Jesus.
Of all the Jesuses.
Of all the Jesuses. Honestly, do you know who my favorite Jesus is? It's probably Jesus' black man Jesus, if only because it's as close as we're ever going to get to anybody admitting that Jesus probably looked a whole lot like, I don't know. Hannah said on the break that she had a family named Shalom. I also have a guy named Shalom. He's from Morocco. Trust me, Jesus looked like that Moroccan dude. Like, flat out.
Yeah, it's a confusing geographical thing to me that a man named Jesus, well, I mean, we've got Jesus in Latin America, but that a guy named Jesus in what amounts to the Middle East would be A, white, B, named Jesus, as we pronounce it. Obviously, his last name was
it's Yeshua. Get with it.
His last name was not Christ. Anyway, I think what I'm getting at here is that the majority of the and I swore I was not going to talk about this, but the way that the right has co-opted the Christian community is utterly disgusting to me, because these are people that ought to be very charitable in terms of their mindset, and they are not.
Well, where are the Unitarians in all of this? That's just my question.
Unitarians are allies. They're good people. They're very good.
Right. What are they doing? They gotta stand up. They gotta be like, hey, we're just here for everybody. We're here for all of us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's Sunday. You want to sing some songs? You want to hug that girl that sits next to you? Come on. It's Sunday. We're the Unitarians.
So my understanding of the Unitarian Church
I have zero understanding of the Unitarian Church, by the way.
I knew a girl in college who was a member of the Unitarian Church, and apparently women were not allowed to speak.
And she would only do butt stuff.
Probably.
No, those are Catholic girls.
Yeah, there was the heaven loophole when I was in private Catholic school.
You know what? Catholic girls start much too late, but sooner or later it comes down to fate. Billy Joel sucks.
Oh, good times. All right, what's the next topic? We gotta cover something else. Casey, what have you harvested anything?
It's a lot of people. It's either people saying that Hogan isn't doing enough or that he's a fascist. Like, it's just, yeah.
Brian is leaving camera to go piss.
Ah, fuck you.
Keep going, Casey, please. Thank you.
Let's see. Okay. Whatever happened to those tests from South Korea that were more expensive than the ones you could have gotten here? They came without the regions needed, that we never used, that your family probably benefited from.
Oof. Your family.
Okay.
All right. Well, if you can't get anything else within the next 3 seconds, then we're going to move along. One of the other Fam Zone topics that I wanted to cover that I don't think we've ever talked about on the podcast was a group on Facebook that got some talk, which is entitled the Ancient Giant Tree Truth Group on Facebook. So if you're listening to this and you've just heard the words that came out of my mouth and you're saying, what does that mean? That's a very good question.
The Giant Tree Truth?
Yeah,
Group?
this is a group on Facebook that basically says that any of the rock formations that, are steppes, S-T-E-P-P-E-S, that look like tree trunks are in fact giant ancient trees. And their explanation is that, these were like giant trees that were cut down at some point and turned into stone, petrified trees, and giants existed at some point on the earth. And my supposition, my proposition. My proposition is that we should become the podcast that proposes and puts forth all these theories.
Okay, so I spent a good couple of hours at work yesterday talking to my coworkers and customers about how birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real, and
they are drones.
And these like, Devil's Canyon or whatever, Devil's something is a tree.
But I also don't like, if the Elder Gods are real, like if Cthulhu is real, that makes sense to me. What about like the giant steps in Ireland or whatever the fuck that's called? Like those like octagonal rocks that all like are steps. Whatever. Google that shit, fucking listeners. Do you believe in leprechauns?
Yeah. Yes.
Question. Do you think that Bigfoot is real?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
No.
I mean, absolutely the fuck not, right? We would know if there was a population of fucking giant monkeys.
Guys, you are fucking this up so badly. Yes, and yes. Bigfoot's real.
But
all of it's real. Loch Ness is real.
If Bigfoot was real, somebody would have hunted him down.
Guys, how are we going to monetize this podcast? Okay?
First off, Bigfoot is fake. Loch Ness Monster, completely fucking real.
Okay. But also Bigfoot is real, and also Pizzagate, not so much. But what we need to do is strategically identify the things that we need to identify as real, conspiracy-wise.
Okay.
So that we
great.
Well, Q hasn't posted in a while, so we could totally take that over, right? Like
so
that's.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that right now.
Okay,
hold on. We're doing that right now. Hold on, guys. I'm not saying we're making this up in real time, but since Q has been abducted by the Dems, now we need to take over. But also Bill Maher is Q, and so I'll be calling him on the phone.
Is Bill Maher Q? Is that an actual
Bill Maher is
theory?
Q, yeah. He claimed it on his show, so we'll be consulting with him. I think that we should take over as Q, honestly. So, okay, what's the next phase of the plan?
Well,
I've already joined Stormfront.
Oh.
You can find me as anti-Yid 90210.
Well, you're
because
gonna,
all I do
honestly,
is post about my hatred of Jews and my love of the 1990s television show.
Your
Beverly Hills
username is
90210.
anti-Yid, not anti-Yid 1111113.
No, because I want people to talk about 90210 with me.
Oh,
like. What about that time
my point
that
was
guy...
that there were so many other user accounts that had anti-Yid that you were the 12,000th account.
Thank you. I did need that spelled out for me. I'm not going to lie to you. Things are getting fuzzy. I'm having a great time. This is my favorite podcast we've done in months. And we've done some great ones.
I wonder why.
We've done some great ones.
I was thinking to myself, like, God forbid I have children, and these things are all on YouTube, and it's like, yeah, my fucking children will be able to like watch me speak nonsense into the camera.
Well, that's the difference between me and you, because I hope that I pass on my genetic material. I hope that there's
You
some
do.
other person who's going to let me, like, and then, like, I get to have children, and, like, I want them to have all of these, like, this garbage pile of comic books that I own, and I want them to have to, like I'm going to show my children's friends these videos, and I'm be like, yo, look what I did. Look what a loser I am.
I guess I think the difference is, when I was growing up, the amount of material that you could potentially, have seen by people was limited, right?
Oh, my father's college yearbook was a treasure trove because that dude was busy failing out of that. And, like, it's great.
But what I mean is, when my dad was working at Maryland General Hospital, the one time that he showed up on local television was a big fucking deal. And now it's like any idiot can just be on YouTube.
Oh, see, that's funny that your dad was, like, on TV, because my family will forever hold a grudge for Dick Gelfman for making my mom look fucking nuts.
Oh, no.
Oh, I know. I wish I could find that video. I would love to, because, my dad buried that shit. He did not tell us. Like, I didn't see it for, 2 days. But, apparently, from what I remember, Gelfman did, a fucking, remember Get Gelfman?
Yeah, man.
They did a fucking hack job with my mom.
Oh, no.
Oh, I know. Terrible, right? It's all right. She was a tough lady. She probably deserved it.
Yeah, she knew tennis real good.
Well, yes, and business real bad.
Oh.
I know, that was the Gelfman shit. He wasn't like, this lady doesn't know how to teach tennis. It was more like, this is a really bad athletic club. Yeah,
Terrible.
That's real inside baseball.
It's a hatchet job.
Against my mother, my sainted mother.
R.I.P.
Yeah. You guys got nothing? That
wonderful lady.
That lady died for your sins, at least for mine.
And you had a lot of them.
Maybe one day we'll do an entire episode on my dad, but not.
Oh, I would love to. Oh, and let's not forget your sister that died at your birthday party.
Yeah.
We
had some conversations about that this past Saturday.
Honestly, that's my favorite fact about Evan. That's the most Evanist of Evan facts.
Yeah.
He had a sister that died at his birthday party. Super tragic.
He liked it when you bring that up too.
No. Listen, I'm not taking away from the tragedy that is the death of a young person. Please, don't take that. But Evan, that's perfect for Evan. Terrible for everybody. It's a good Evan story. I think he knows what I'm saying.
It's very me.
Yeah, it's very
me story.
It's very you. Tragic, and I'm really sorry, and I bet I would have loved to have met her, and I'm sad that I don't. But it's very Evan.
Well, it's strange because every time I hang out with my mother, or on the off occasion that I hang out with my half siblings that are still alive.
Do they say the wrong kid died?
No, none of that. But I learn something new every time, and it's just insane to me because that was I turned 13 on that day, and the idea that a person, while you've got your friends at your house and you're doing a little sleepover and this and that and the other, and you've got a person on a respirator upstairs who just all of a sudden you just notice that that's not on anymore. Holy.
Well, the
fuck,
planning
man.
by your parents was not great. They could have at least sent you off to Chuck E. Cheese or something.
I think there was probably a big miss on their part.
Probably.
But
this has gotten dark. What's up? Year 6. This turned weird.
I wanted to change gears to Thanksgiving because it's COVID, and it's what the fuck are we gonna do about it?
So I'm gonna be a giant from 11 to 3. See you there. Okay, question. I think this is a legitimate topic. what do we think my day is going to be like Thanksgiving morning, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the deli counter at Giant?
Probably really slow. The deli counter?
Maybe. Do you ever have coleslaw at your Thanksgiving? Like, that was like my legitimate question. Will there be coleslaw at Thanksgiving? Like, you're not
Not
going
at my
to get
house.
you're not going to get your lunch meat turkey. You're not,
Potato salad.
You're not. Oh, yeah, right. I bet you we sell a lot of salads, but no one's coming for their fucking sandwiches for lunch at work. Like, and besides, so what's my day going to look like? 11 to 3 at Giant. What are your answers? Go.
Very quiet, I think. I don't think they're going to be delivering a lot of foods.
You might
I think
sell
so
some
too.
ham.
Also, like, the parade is canceled. There's no reason to like sit at home. I know, right? And Casey, I think everybody knows this about me. I am a fucking stan for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. And I am super sad that this year, 2020, this must have been like in like fucking 1943 when the World Series or the All-Star Game was canceled because like, World War II. Ugh.
I've heard from the background from Hannah the Miller that the parade is still happening.
Wait, what?
God damn it, Hannah.
Not on the streets?
Well,
What? What are they doing?
Well, first off, here's another thing. You can skip me in shout-outs, but shout-outs to cancer and the fact that Al Roker, the best part of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, has some kind of cancer. I don't think it's pancreatic cancer because I think that's what Alan Trebek. I think he has butthole cancer. It's like just like fuck.
Wait, hold on. Al Roker has anal cancer?
Or of some kind. I think it's
colon cancer, anal cancer.
Maybe it's prostate cancer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of those things now I'm of the age that I need to get tested for. Whee!
Yeah, man, do that. I'm sad.
Yeah, my dad had it when he was like 62. So, anyway.
Oh.
You're like 62.
I know. We didn't get to the topic of Thanksgiving. So, Casey, what are you doing?
I was waffling back and forth. I was going to do Blue Apron, and because they have like a Thanksgiving special for Blue Apron, switched it up, and I'm doing Texas Roadhouse has it's like $60 for a turkey and some sides, and just gotta cook the turkey and pop the rolls in. And I don't know when the last time you've been to Texas Roadhouse, but they have the best rolls and butter.
It's all about the
Casey,
rolls and butter.
I can't tell you that I've ever been to Texas Roadhouse.
Well,
it's in Timonium, right?
It's a chain. It's everywhere.
Oh, Casey, question, Casey.
What?
If you could logistically put together a Cracker Barrel Thanksgiving, would you? Oh my God!
Well, it depends on
Amber, I'm sorry to give him the idea.
But it would just be pancakes. Like that's all you get at Cracker Barrel.
And peg games, pancakes and peg games. That's what we're
pancakes and peg games.
That's what we're doing. That's fine.
Yeah.
Question: if we could, everyone talks about. I think it's the Popeyes. How Popeyes would give you a turkey or some shit for Thanksgiving, right? That's the general internet. Like, we love this thing. Like, if you could pick a fast food restaurant to cater your Thanksgiving dinner, which one would it be?
It's Thanksgiving turkey insurance.
Oh, from Domino's?
No, from Popeyes.
I thought you can get a deep fried like Cheetos covered turkey from like fucking.
Oh no,
Popeyes.
I'm sorry. That's Whole Foods. I googled Popeyes turkey, and then for some reason Whole Foods came up.
My answer is Cookout.
I've never been to Cookout.
Yeah, I've been once or twice and thoroughly enjoyed it. And if they're going to be able to fill my Thanksgiving table with their various wares, I'm in.
Like, I know that they hate the gays and shit,
Sure
but
do.
I bet you Chick-fil-A could probably like put together a pretty good Thanksgiving.
Here's my thing about Chick-fil-A. I'm going to hack their process. I'm going to figure out how to make chicken products that are just as good, if not better, than theirs.
Oh, all you gotta do is dump chicken fucking cutlets into pickle juice.
Well, it's not about the brining. They also pressure cook, which I can't really do right now because I don't have, one of them big ass Royal Farms, pressure cooker deep fryers.
You can do a small chicken or turkey or whatever, right?
Yeah, the much lauded air fryer Instant Pot duo that I often talk about. Like you can't really pressure cook that in that. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to like make good nuggies, brined nuggies, pressure cooked, or air fried.
Brine nuggies?
You can brine nuggies.
That's 6. That's 6.
All right, Brian. Also, it's been over an hour, so we got one more. No, we don't have one more topic. I just looked at the topic board. We have no more topics.
I think we did great.
Yes, that perennially speaking is Brian's high self-esteem, low accomplishment account on all of
I'm a white man. What do you want from me?
Evan, so everybody else over there, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Good question. We might be having a full family dinner.
Evan's putting on a super spreader event.
Yeah. I said to all the peeps, I was like, "Look, let's get the test, let's get that done, and what else can you do?" I'm not like. I'm at the point where COVID to me is just as concerning as the flu, except we don't have a vaccine. So the only alternative to, getting it sort of.
Well, I also like look forward to the sweet release of death. So
I'm glad you do, because we all should look forward to that, given what's going on.
This got dark real quick.
So dark, Casey.
Any hoodle. Yeah, like, no, I'm like, let's all get the nostril test. We'll just have our, sweet potato casserole and turkey and all that stuff. And
not yams.
What's the difference?
I think it's about being born white or being born black.
Gotcha.
I think black people have yams and white people have sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
No, there's difference.
Casey, I read Things Fall Apart. I don't think I think that's the difference.
So did I, and I thought about that book today because I read it in college, and I remember the yams the butter-soaked yams being sold.
Honestly,
on the street.
I don't think we're ever going to get more Archer-like than we are now. That's literary. Fucking shut it down. Shut ups right now.
All right, it's time to tell everyone to. Wait, hold on. Time to get a little angry. Yeah. Time to get a little venter.
Chinua Achebe wrote Things Fall Apart.
Time to get a little pissed off ya. Time to go right ahead and tell everyone to shut up.
We gonna let the band deal with this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the show in which we give people, places, and things that are giving us the opposite of jollies and the generally, I don't know, just bad feelings. Give them a shut up. What do we got from the Fam Zone, Casey?
Keisha says, shut up to Mayor Jack Young for planning to raise a homeless encampment under the JFX. From now until December 8th, you need to be placed on house arrest with no PC or phone.
it's one of the rare shut-ups that I'm kind of like, well, I don't know quite what we're supposed to do about the homeless encampments. Like, what do we do with them? You just let them sit there? We don't have enough. Yeah. Okay. All right. If that's the answer,
I think that's just the fucking answer. Like, honestly, like, or like fucking house these people. Like, I feel like that there are organizations who are saying, hey, give us these fucking vacants. Let us put people in there. Like, the first step to housing people is housing people.
Right on.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Honestly, whatever anyone who's smarter than me and is more liberal about this shit than me, I will believe anything they have to fucking say about it.
All right, what else we got from the fanzine?
Hannah says, shut up to the Cheeto in chief.
Oh. Okay.
Great, thanks, Hannah.
Yeah.
Wow. Hot take.
And I
Take
say,
that, 2016.
I
say, shut up
He
to
keeps saying
the
he
bad
won.
weather
Whatever.
every single time. Shut
like-
up to the bad weather every single time I try to do an outdoor activity.
Yeah, I agree, Casey. I went for a bike ride yesterday, and I don't know the next time I'm going to do one because it was very cold going down hills, and I don't know if I want that in my life, and I don't know what I'm going to do to keep up the wonderful levels of exercise I've been doing for the winter. And I'm just worried. I'm worried.
To counteract those McRibs.
So shut up to Brian's future
Bulimia is the
weight
answer,
gain.
Casey. Binge and purge, bitch.
What was that, Evan?
I said shut up to Brian's future weight gain.
I know. It's such a downer, right? Like, it's coming, and I'm really, like, angry about it.
There's no possible way you're going to be as fat as you were. That's the good news.
Okay, good. And then, like, as soon as it gets warm, and I'll still be biking to work, and as soon as it gets warm, I'm just like, I've become addicted to looking at all the girls running around the harbor. Like, I'm going to be doing that all fucking summer. Like I need that in my life. Like, sports bras and yoga pants, yes. Oh, and real life shorts? Come on.
Shut up to Brian's perversion.
Yes. Women. Gross.
However, I've got a real shut up. In fact, I've got two of them. Shut up to, as always, it getting dark at like 5 o'clock. I'm already getting the sads so hard. I'm drinking so hard. Life is so hard. When it gets dark at 5, you guys, I don't know if you're experiencing the same kind of level of disappointment that I am.
It's a real fucking downer. I hate it.
Okay. And also...
You're welcome.
Shut up to there being literally no fresh chicken available at the grocery store? What?
I disagree, but that's fine.
Well, the grocery store that I go to did not have any fresh chicken.
No, I'm sure the grocery store that I go to does.
The grocery store that you work at does. That's fine. I'm not going up to 41st Street to get some chicken breast to make
That's
chicken
giant.
tikka masala.
41st Street, Baltimore.
Are they paying you?
Nope. Yes. I mean, in general,
Technically.
yes.
Very good. Anybody else?
Oh, did I do mine? I feel like I talked a lot, but I don't know if I've actually done a shut up.
I don't remember because I have early onset dementia.
Okay. So I would like to say, shut up to this situation. I was going to get off in like 3 minutes today. Like, I was just standing around at work, and like someone was like, oh, don't you have something to do? And I'm like, I'll get off in like 3 minutes. I was like, chill. They're like, but you could do something with that 3 minutes. So just shut up to that sentence. You could do something with that 3 minutes.
Oh, like asking you to work?
I mean, I was at work, yes.
Right. So what they were implying was, in the last 3 minutes that you were there, you could have done something with that time in terms of work.
I did.
That you were getting paid for.
So I was like, like I like dragged my body and like, And like this is the good for the visual. Like I wipe something down. It's like, and that's me like dragging my ass like over to like throw out the paper towel and be like, can I leave now? Like I was like a real child. I was
gonna say this is why you're never gonna get a real job.
No, eventually you're gonna have a college degree and become a grown up.
Oh, okay.
No, I'll have a piece of lambskin, not a condom, that says it.
Got you, bro.
Yep. I have to pee so bad.
All right, that has been shut up.
Maybe after you've had 6 beers.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should drink 6 beers and then talk about this show to their friends.
Yeah, that would be the recommendation. Otherwise, that has been episode 330-something of the CTB show.
I think the title of the episode should be Brian Thinks He's Hilarious.
Yeah. Brian thinks he's...
Casey.
Brian thinks he's great.
Casey, Brian knows he's hilarious. To be fair, I'm laughing at Evan's funny laugh.
Yeah. All right, great. Yeah. Guys, great episode. For a weeknight, I think we did a good job.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I ask of any of this.
Yeah, stay tuned for those new to you Ziggy Gets It Wrongs. They're very good. I'm just speaking objectively. They're very funny. For a show that like no one generally fucking cares about except us.
Why don't people talk about quantum? You know what?
Maybe we should pick a show that's currently on if we wanted people to care.
There is a look. I'm going to say there is a recording where we discuss environmentalist Al. That is so very prescient because this show came out in 89 into the 90s.
Why aren't people fucking recycling?
Right.
I'm a hologram.
And Al basically makes an argument that is very 2020 or 2021 and going forward. And I think the hot takes that we have on this show, despite the fact that some of the episodes were recorded quite some time ago, are fantastic. And I can't...
Not more than 19 months, though.
Not at all. And I can't wait to do more of them because, given the Zoom and all of the opportunities to do video...
No, we're back, baby. We're back.
Yeah, given all of the opportunities to do, video cuts and clips and this and that and the other, I think future is so bright.
I gotta wear shades.
I gotta wear shades.
I have to pee so bad.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for being a fan. Thank you very much for being a friend. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.
I love you.